Hello and welcome to an all-new Geek Roll Order video. Randy here, and today we are taking a look at some toy news that has come out recently here. As we get closer and closer to San Diego Comic-Con, a lot of toy manufacturers are going to be presenting new products, new details about things that have previously announced. And today we're taking a look at some of Hasbro's latest offerings that are coming into the Transformers War For Cybertron Siege line of figures. We've got some great high quality images of some figures that are coming from that line really soon, and I'm looking forward to a bunch of these figures. So let's go ahead and take a look at these figures, man. I am really excited about these. Let's take a look here. Alright, so the first figure we have is a Leader Class Astro Train. So this is going to be a big figure. The Leader Class figures run about $50. So these are the big boys. This is going to be a big mold, and I really like this thing already, man. The colors on it are phenomenal. Really nice, man. This is probably one of the most cartoon accurate paint decos we've seen on Astro Train figure. And just by these pictures, I'm really digging it more than the previous was that Titan's Return? One of the previous lines had an Astro Train figure, and this looks really good. And then really here where it shines is in the dual modes. Of course, Astro Train being a triple changer, changing into both the locomotive and a space shuttle mode. And I really dig in these. These are fantastic looking alt modes. Both look great. I don't see any quality suffering in either of them. So this is a great figure. This is definitely one. I don't buy a lot of the bigger figures, the more expensive figures. Usually I don't have a lot of money for them, but this one looks fantastic. This is definitely a one that I'm thinking about getting. And then next we go from the Leader class to a Voyager class size figure. So this one will probably run about, these figures usually run about $25, $30 for the Voyager class. This is Apeface, one of the headmasters from the original G1 series. Here he is in his robot mode. And this is actually a really nice looking robot mode. Alright, and then he is a triple changer also, going from he has a vehicle mode that's kind of a space shuttle, airplane looking mode. And there's still a lot of the G1 vibe. This figure was a boxy figure. And the Siege line, some of the more recent lines have definitely done a good job of really paying good homage to the G1, the original G1 forms, a lot of these characters that they're driving from, and I really love the detail that was put into these figures. So there is the vehicle mode, and there is the ape gorilla mode. Honestly, a great combination of colors. You've got that really mean looking Decepticon scowl on the face here. The black, the gray, the purple. Honestly, these colors really work together. I know there's been some other of the later Headmaster figures that have been in these lines, and they've done Mind Wipe, Weird Wolf, some of the others, and honestly, these have been very good G1 adaptations, and really looking at these has been fun. This is another figure probably gonna buy. Next we have Spinister. He is a Decepticon helicopter from the later part of the G1 line. And really, definitely getting into the later series, he's got a lot of the different colorizations, some of that other stuff, and it's definitely been interesting just to see that. But he does have an alt mode. He's got the helicopter mode. He's got that helicopter, a nice canopy. The vehicle mode reminds me of the Dragonfly helicopter from G.I. Joe, kind of that canopy helicopter, one, maybe two pilots, but I like this mode. It's got some good firepower. The color combination is weird and clashy, but I like it. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for these just more interesting vehicle modes, and the color combinations of, especially when you're starting to get towards the end of the 80s and into the 90s, and a lot of these characters. So this is a fun looking vehicle. I don't have this character in any form or shape, so this will be one. Now the last one here is going to be an Autobot. This particular wave is a very Decepticon heavy wave, but we do have crosshairs. Now I do remember the G1 vehicle being more of a car-based alt mode, but with this one they are gonna do Hasbro's thing of making a very questionable choice for an alt mode. To say the least, this one is going to be a retool, repaint of the Siege Ironhide mold, which, don't get me wrong, I love this mold. I just don't know if I like the mold for this figure. I mean, definitely got the gunner vibe. I know this was a Target Master figure originally, so it doesn't look like he's going to come with the Target Master partner. But he's got a very... I like the head sculpt on it. I do like this mold, so probably still going to buy this figure because I do like the Ironhide mold. And there's the vehicle mode on it. Like I said, this character was originally more of a vehicle, or more of a car-based alt mode, if I remember correctly. But overall, like, the colors do work for this vehicle. I definitely like it. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one for sure. And that's definitely... I know this is definitely going to be the most questionable of the choices made for this line. Sometimes characters don't... sometimes they can't have all original molds. Got to have some repaint somewhere, but... I know this is the one that's been having the most of a head scratch vibe to it, but overall, I mean, this figure still looks pretty intimidating and definitely good. I just don't know if this was the right choice for crosshairs, but overall, I still think it's probably going to be a good figure, and it's one I'm still probably going to pick up just for the heck of it. But yeah, that has been the most recent announcements for the Transformers War for Cybertron Siege line of figures, and really I'm looking forward to this line. I believe, honestly, since this particular line has started, a lot of the figures have been very, very high quality. This has been a good line in general for Transformers and Hasbro, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt on this one. Like I said, these figures all look great, even if the choice of mold for crosshairs maybe not the best. But overall, like I said, the War for Cybertron line has been pretty good. The Siege figures have been top quality. So, at this point, I'm really looking forward to these figures. So, like I said, I know living in Florida, hunting them in the stores is going to be a pain, because that's usually how it works here in Florida. For some reason, we tend to get a lot of stuff late in the product cycles. I don't do a lot of online figure buying because I do prefer to, do the hunt and find stuff in the wild. But we'll see where this goes. But yeah, but like I said, these figures look really good, and I'm looking forward to picking up a bunch of them. So there is that new bit of a news update here, and until next time.